sorry guys, my mind is going 1,000. I just need to check the planetary hour right now because it's been going crazy this whole time. Alright, it is currently still Saturday. I'm at the hour of the sun, and I've been illuminated with so much information just now. So I rolled the astro dice, right? I had Pluto that came out with Cancer in the fifth. Right? Cancer in the fifth, that is a sun, moon, rising Pisces energy. Don't mind my daughter, she's in the background screaming. I can't do anything about her. She's having a fit. The energy I was getting here was Pluto just came out of Capricorn, right? In opposition to the energy of Cancer, right? So Cancer in the fifth house is something that's very creative. Just thinking of the overall energies of Pluto in Capricorn for specifically Pisces is, holy shit. I just seen this. I just seen something move here on this. Weird. Alright. I'll use that deck then. Alright, so Pluto just moving into Aquarius for Pisces. It moved into the 12th house, whereas before it was in the 11th house, having something to do particularly with like a community of people. But what came out was like having to go back, like having some sort of unfinished business there. So if I think about Pluto and Capricorn opposing the energy of Cancer in the fifth house of what came out, right, it gives me the energy of like a community of people and a hobby that you do. So the full moon in Cancer could have been very significant overall with this energy. Something that was meant to be self-expressed, involving children, something like, I don't know. But you think about it, the 5th and the 11th house is Leo and Aquarius energy. We're going to have a full moon come up in Leo. So whatever this is going to be pertaining to specifically Pisces, what you do for work, and Aquarius energy. And what you do for work may definitely involve like some sort of mystic work, where you utilize the energy of your intuition, your vision, your psychic abilities, something like that. But what it came out and said was that Monday was going to be very significant. It was giving me Capricorn's energy, some unfinished business. What came out with that as well was with Scorpio and Aries energy. It was giving me the energy of Mars. Mars right now is in Capricorn in the 11th house. So whatever Pluto didn't transform, who's the ruling planet to Scorpio's energy, right? It's Pluto and Mars. So Scorpio and Aries came out, it was giving me Mars' energy. And it was saying like whatever wasn't completed there needs to go back and be refinished with the energy of Mars needing to take action on something. And what was needed to take action was pertaining to, on Monday, the transits that were happening. Mars will be quintile over to Neptune and Pisces, right? We're reading for Pisces energy. So the energy of Mars needs to take action, doing something that is like utilizing the creation, the potential you have towards whatever this Neptune and Pisces is for you in the first house, the house of the ascendant. All right, so the way that you face the world, pertaining to like yourself and your body and your image and the first impression that you put out into the world. I don't know, it has to, for me, I feel like it has something to do with the hobby that you do pertaining to something creative. Alright, even if it has to do with like your psychic abilities, because again, Pluto has moved into the 12th house. 12th house is the house of the unknown, has a lot to do with like dreams, and you're utilizing the imagination and stuff like that. And then Cancer's energy in the 5th house, Cancer is what? Utilizing the energy of inner feelings, alright, your emotional state pertaining to a hobby. So Capricorn, Cancer opposition could have been very significant. So whatever wasn't finished there, I feel like Mars's energy needs to come in and take over and finish before Mars moves into Aquarius, which is going to be in February. Let me get you a date on that one. So Mars moves into Aquarius on February 13th. There was a very significant energy that came out though pertaining to the 22nd. So the 22nd, we'll have Mars quintile over to Neptune in Pisces. All right, a quintile is at 45-degree angle. Mars is in Capricorn, Earth energy. Neptune is in Pisces, which is it's water energy. All right, so two different modalities. All right, and not even like the elements work together. All right, because technically water goes with Earth. All right, well, technically, yeah. That's why. Okay, so Mars in Capricorn, Earth element, and Neptune in Pisces, water element, they kind of work well together. So the quintile with 45 degrees is bringing in the energy of like utilizing groundedness, determination behind the work that you're putting in pertaining to your psychic abilities, right? The mysterious side of things here. And then what caught my attention was the opposition of Venus's energy, which is currently Venus in Sag and Ceres is in Sag, in opposition to Vesta that's retrograde in Gemini. And those two oppositions happen for the 10th and the 4th houses for Pisces. So I see why Capricorn Cancer came out, because it's the ruling energy of the career and of home. Alright, so something pertaining to that being a good time, but the opposition brings in like struggle. It's the polarity that doesn't work well together. But if you utilize it and utilize the focus of it, it could be very significant overall. And what I also seen came out in the pre-shuffle was like the solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse. The solar eclipse happened back in Libra. We're still in that transition, right? That 6-month cycle that it takes to culminate. So Libra technically is Pisces, your 8th house of transformation, right? In which Pluto rules the 8th house. And then something pertaining to the oppositions of the North and South Node in Aries and in Libra. I don't know why. So the 8th and the 2nd house is being very significant. All right, finances and other people's finances. All right. And then transformation and what you value. Okay. So then what also came up was the Scorpio-Taurus axis, which is Scorpio sits in the 9th house for you of spirituality, opposing the energy in the 3rd house, Taurus, where Jupiter and Uranus are making major changes, right? Before Jupiter steps into your 4th house. Whatever this is has to do with like spiritual communication, the 3rd and the 9th houses. Alright, Pallas, the asteroid of wisdom and knowledge, is in Scorpio, and that is sitting in your 9th house of higher knowledge, spirituality, foreign travel, right? It has to do with like philosophies, your belief systems. I don't know why that was significant to come out that way, but it did for Pisces. Alright, so the 22nd, very significant. See, we even have a quintile with the North Node and the Moon in Gemini that same day. Alright, there's also a quintile to Aries, the Chiron in Aries, the wounded healer. But the Moon will also be squaring over to Neptune in Pisces. So whereas there's good energy being used with the quintiles, right, there's 3 different quintiles that day. Mars quintile over to Neptune in Pisces, the Moon in Gemini quintiled over to Chiron in Aries, and then the Moon in Gemini quintile to the North Node in Aries. But in opposition to Venus in Sagittarius and Ceres in Sagittarius, which is the asteroid of parenting, right, nurturing, agriculture. And then Vesta is the asteroid of spirituality. So I don't know, this is like, and then master number 22 is a master number of like creation, right, creating something. It's crazy. It says 22 is associated with practicality, material mastery, and the ability to manifest one's desire into the physical world. Alright, so that day specifically, and then that day falls on Moon's Day. So the intuition is already heightened because the moon is in Gemini. The moon in Gemini can speak about what? Secretive communication. It's you mastering your abilities, I feel, is what this is. You are the master builder. You can, create whatever it is that you want in the physical world. You just have to work with the energies. And I feel Monday the 22nd is going to be very significant with the moon in Gemini moving into the moon in Cancer. The moon in Cancer can speak about you birthing something new. The moon is the energy of, right? It's domicile in its own house. Alright guys, I don't know what that was about. Let me just pull one card on it. I just felt like I needed to go over what I just read because it was important. For some reason it was important, right? That transit on that specific day. For Pisces energy specifically, for doing some sort of spiritual work, utilizing psychic abilities, right, and maternal instincts, intuition heightened, I don't know. So it's something that you do for a hobby, though. Something in which you're meant to be creative, self-expression. Surrendering to the divine, meaning just allowing the divine to bring in what's meant for you. And not trying to figure it all out, just kind of going with the flow. But I'm nosy, so. See what I'm saying? Spirit's like, just believe in the impossible. So what happens is we are still in this like new moon in Capricorn cycle. So I tried to explain this in my last video where we started with the new moon in Capricorn, first quarter moon in Aries, cardinal energy, and then we transition into fixed energy, where we'll see the full moon in Leo ending with the third quarter moon in Scorpio, and then heading into the new moon in Aquarius, right? So finishing out this cardinal energy, I feel like Mars's energy is saying, even if Pluto moved out of Capricorn, Mars needs to continue to take the action, to be driven, all right, in Capricorn's energy, to finish out whatever you started, whatever you've mastered, because Mars is exalted in Capricorn. I feel like that was the message. Because when Mars moves into Aquarius, it can feel like being too rebellious. You know what I mean? So North Node, see what I'm saying? North Node Aries. Alright, Taurus could be significant. Taurus for Pisces sits in the third house of communication. Alright, your commitment is being tested. The first quarter moon just happened in, look at this. Alright, so the first quarter moon just happened in Aries with the energy of the North Node there. It says to step out of your comfort zone. It's time to take action. Your commitments are being tested. Surrendering to the divine. Something about the full moon in Cancer. That was the last full moon that we experienced before we even step into this full moon in Leo. Alright, Cancer energy, cardinal energy. So it was the full moon in Cancer. Alright, the last quarter moon in Libra. Then we had the new moon in Capricorn. Alright, and first quarter moon in Aries. That's it. Cardinal energy done. Right? So whatever the cardinal energy was trying to initiate and create and show potential for, I feel that Mars's energy is going to need to kind of finish that out. And Capricorn's energy. Because Pluto's no longer in Capricorn. That's it, it's done. Like the transformation that was happening there, whatever needed to be wrapped up and finished up, Mars is taking over.